12 or visit HeisChimney.com.
Good morning, America. New sexual harassment bombshell. Veteran journalist and TV host Charlie Rose now at the center of accusations. At least 8 women reportedly saying he made unwanted advances, one even calling him a sexual predator. His response and the new fallout this morning.
On Capitol Hill, Senator Al Franken faces a new accuser. A woman says he groped her as they took this photo while he was already in office. And the firestorm over Senate candidate Roy Moore and the White House's response.
Holiday travel trouble. As more than 50 million people start to hit the roads and sky, snow hitting the Northeast, this school bus crashing in New York. And now a new cold blast moving in. While out west, new concerns about flooding from Seattle to Portland.
And no rocking around the Christmas tree. Could there be a shortage of some of the most popular furs just as you head out to buy yours, while you may see sky-high prices this year?
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Good morning, America, and happy birthday, Michael Strahan.
Thank you.
Michael.
Thank you. I made it another year.
Glad that you're here because, you know, the holiday's just around the corner and a lot of families heading out to buy their trees this weekend.
But a lot of people, there's concerns out there. There could be a shortage. And if so, what it means about the price tag for your tree. And we're going to tell you how you can get the best deal.
That is all coming up. We begin with those explosive allegations against Charlie Rose. The news anchor suspended by CBS and PBS after more than 8 women accuse him of making crude sexual advances. Rose has now responded. ABC's Lindsay Davis starts us off with all the latest. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning to you, George. Unsolicited shoulder rubs, groping, showering in front of colleagues. These are among the many accusations being lodged at the man Time magazine once named as one of the most influential people. 5 of the women who've come forward say that dating back to the 90s and in recent years, the now 75-year-old grabbed their legs, an act they say they viewed as a test to gauge their reactions.
As an actor, you're constantly observing.
This morning, a slew of sexual harassment and assault allegations lodged against journalist and TV host Charlie Rose.
What you can do, what you can do, what you can do.
Rose, renowned for his probing questions on his iconic show.
How important is it to have, a full understanding of what science does for us?
That's a great question.
Has sat down with guests ranging from presidents to pop stars.
What is this talent, though?
I don't know what it is.
But now, 8 women tell the Washington Post the PBS staple, CBS This Morning co-host and 60 Minutes contributor, made unwanted sexual advances toward them. Several allege he groped them. One of his former employees tells the paper he was a sexual predator and I was his victim.
One woman that we spoke to who worked for him as an intern in the 1990s recalled him coming out of the shower naked. She confided in one person. The next day, a male producer came up to her laughing and said, "Oh, I heard you got the shower trick."
One of Rose's assistants in the mid-2000s tells the paper about at least a dozen instances where Rose walked nude in front of her while she worked in one of his New York City homes. She says he would repeatedly call her late at night to describe his fantasies of her swimming naked. She says she told Rose's longtime executive producer, Yvette Vega, who told her, "That's just Charlie being Charlie." Vega tells ABC News, "I should have stood up for them. I failed. I deeply regret not helping them."
Most of these women that we talked to were working for him at a very early stage in their career. So for them, and trying to move forward and potentially move on from the show, I think that there would be a tremendous risk, to speaking out against his behavior if you were possibly worried about getting a job in media.
In response to the allegations, Rose says it is essential that these women know I hear them and that I deeply apologize for my inappropriate behavior. I have behaved insensitively at times, and I accept responsibility for that, though I do not believe that all of these allegations are accurate. I always felt that I was pursuing shared feelings, even though I now realize I was mistaken. Earlier this year, Rose was asked about former Fox News anchor Bill O'Reilly after he was fired from the network following allegations of sexual harassment.
All of the cases that raise the issue of sexual harassment, which is a terrible thing, has probably been not exposed enough, not enough in sense of attention in the past, so that people were afraid to come forward. I think people are coming forward now.
PBS and Bloomberg have now suspended distribution of The Charlie Rose Show, and CBS announced Rose is suspended. And now Business Insider is reporting 3 additional women who say that they were also harassed by the veteran journalist. The Washington Post reporter that we talked to said that more women have already reached out to them, and they plan to do additional reporting, so maybe more to come.
Seems that way. All right, Lindsay.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Okay. Now, those troubling new allegations of sexual misconduct also affecting the Senate. A second woman has come forward accusing Minnesota Senator Al Franken of groping her as they posed for this photo in 2010. Now, unlike the first allegation, Franken was a sitting senator at the time. Now, critics on both sides of the aisle are calling for an investigation. ABC's David Wright is on Capitol Hill with that story for us. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Robin. Senator Franken tells us he has no plans to resign and that he welcomes an ethics investigation. But as this institution, like so many others, grapples with the behavior of some of the men in its midst, it's a bipartisan issue. Senator Franken's second accuser, 33-year-old Lindsay Mentz, told CNN the senator grabbed her rear end when she posed with him at the Minnesota State Fair for this photo shared on social media. As my husband took the picture, he put his hand full-fledged on my rear, she said. He totally grabbed my butt. Franken tells ABC News, I take thousands of photos at the state fair surrounded by hundreds of people, and I certainly don't remember taking this picture, but adds, I feel badly that Miss Mentz came away from our interaction feeling disrespected. These new allegations come just days after radio personality Leanne Tweeden accused Franken of forcibly kissing her backstage during their 2006 USO tour.
I was just disgusted.
Then, on the military flight home, the USO photographer snapped this picture. The senator has been keeping a low profile, holed up in his daughter's Washington, D.C. home. He's issued a blanket apology, saying he'll cooperate with the ethics investigation. Quote, I respect women, I don't respect men who don't, and the fact that my own actions have given people a good reason to doubt that makes me feel ashamed. In Alabama, no such mea culpa from Republican Roy Moore.
Pressure does not cause me to want to step down. It causes me to want to stand up.
8 separate women have accused him of sexual misconduct. Some of them say Moore molested them when they were teenagers. That Alabama special election takes place in early December. It's essentially become a referendum on those allegations. Meanwhile, here in Washington, Senator Franken is already feeling the heat. Last night, PBS edited him out of a Kennedy Center special honoring David Letterman. George?
The fallout continues. David Wright, thanks very much. Let's get more on this now from our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega. And Cecilia, on this Roy Moore Senate race, we're seeing a real evolution in the White House position on Roy Moore as you and others in the White House briefing room press Sarah Sanders and others every single day. They're now inching towards some support of Moore. Let's listen.
Obviously, the president wants people, both in the House and the Senate, that support his agenda. But as I've said, and as the Hatch Act prohibits me from going any further, we certainly think that this is something that the people of Alabama should decide.
Yeah, so that had been the default answer of this White House, that essentially it's up to Alabama voters to decide. But it started with Kellyanne Conway here on the North Lawn of the White House yesterday. She was asked if Alabamans should support Roy Moore in this race. Her answer was that she bashed his Democratic opponent, Doug Jones, and offered what sounded very much like an endorsement of Roy Moore. So right now, this is the question for this White House and this president. Is the official position that it would rather see a man accused of assaulting teenage girls in office than a Democrat, George?
Well, they certainly seem to be getting towards that, as they say they want someone who supports the president's agenda in that seat. A lot of other news overnight as well, Cecilia. A setback for the president's sanctuary city policy, where he wanted to deny federal funding to sanctuary cities.
Yeah, these are places like New York and Los Angeles, cities that limit cooperation with immigration authorities. The president wants to force them to assist in deportation of undocumented immigrants by cutting off funding to these places. So far, no response from the White House on this judge's order, but the Justice Department says that this court exceeded its authority. George, they are saying they will fight back.
And at the same time, Cecilia, the White House and the administration announcing they're going to send back Haitians who came to the United States after that 2010 earthquake.
Yeah, Haitians here who have this protected status will be allowed to stay in the country until July 2019. This came after John Kelly, the now chief of staff, former Homeland Security director, made a trip to the island earlier this year. He came back essentially saying that Haiti has made considerable progress in the wake of that earthquake there, and that this group can return home. Here's the problem with this, though, George. These people have been in this country for nearly a decade. They own homes. Their children have been born here. So sending them back to Haiti is going to be a lot easier said than done for this administration.
Certainly is. Cecilia Vega, thanks very much. Robin?
All right, George. Also this morning, President Trump is stepping up pressure on North Korea over its nuclear program, putting that regime back on the list of state sponsors of terrorism. The president says this action should have been taken a long time ago and will have serious consequences.
This designation will impose further sanctions and penalties on North Korea and related persons and supports our maximum pressure campaign to isolate the murderous regime.
For more on this, our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, joins us from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, Robin. North Korea was taken off the terror list in 2008 by President Bush as part of a deal he hoped would end North Korea's nuclear desires. That clearly did not work, and it is far from clear that putting North Korea back on the list will have any effect either. North Korea is already heavily sanctioned and still vows never to give up its nuclear weapons program. But this is a strong symbolic message to Kim Jong-un that the U.S. will keep up the pressure. President Trump has, of course, been doing that with fiery language and increased military presence. As you heard him say, he calls this a maximum pressure campaign. Robin?
We'll see what the response will be. Okay, Martha, thank you.
And now we're going to go to the holiday travel rush. Kicking off this morning, more than 50 million people are expected to hit the roads and skies for Thanksgiving. According to AAA, 45 million of them are driving. ABC's Gio Benitez is on the West Side Highway here in New York. And there you are driving, Gio. How's it going out there?
Hey, Michael, good morning. Listen, right now we're seeing pretty good travel movement here. There's not much going on, but over the next few hours, that's when we're going to see more and more traffic because those travelers are going to be mixing in with the work commuters. So many people are still working. Let's take a look at the worst travel times. This is according to Waze right now. The worst traffic today across America between 3 and 6 p.m. It peaks at around 5 p.m. So that's why travel experts actually suggest that you do your travel on Thanksgiving morning. That's when you're going to see the least traffic on the roads, Michael.
But what about when you're ready to come home? It's great to get there, but after you're all full of turkey, you got to get on the road and come home. How about that, Gio?
That's right. And listen, the worst traffic is actually going to be on Monday, 2 times, 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday. Sunday afternoon is going to be a little rough, too. But believe it or not, the best time to get on the road to head back home is on Black Friday. And that's because, guess what? So many people are shopping, Michael.
All right. Thank you, Gio. Or you just have to have it at your house and everybody comes.
That's right. That's right, Michael. I like how you think. As millions travel coast to coast, we're closely watching those new storms moving in. And Ginger, you're following a few trouble spots across the country?
Yes, and one of them would be western New York. Up to 10 inches of lake effect snow already fell with the bands that we were showing you. The roads very slick there in Syracuse, New York. It was in the Tug Hill Plateau where you saw some of those high snow totals come in. So very normal for this time of year. But of course, that could stop you up, especially as a cold front passes. And the Northeast will end up getting a little bit of rain, especially early tomorrow morning. So if you are commuting or doing your holiday travel on Wednesday morning, and then back in interior New England, those lake effect snow showers will kick up. There's a stationary front draped over northern central Florida, so that's going to make for a wet one in parts of Florida. The biggest issue, Seattle to Portland, where you'll have heavy rains coming from these storms, and you could see some mudslides and debris flows in some of those areas that had burn scars. I'll have more coming up, but George, let's get back to you.
Thank you, Ginger. We're going to get the latest now on the killing of a Border Patrol agent in Texas. His partner also injured on the scene. President Trump is speaking out on the incident, and ABC's Marcus Moore is in El Paso with new reporting on where and how the agents were found. Good morning, Marcus.
George, good morning. We just got an update from the hospital where that surviving agent was airlifted over the weekend. He is still in ICU this morning, listed in critical but stable condition. And overnight, law enforcement sources are telling ABC News that the responding Border Protection agents, when they arrived at the scene at about 11:20 at night, they found these 2 men suffering from traumatic head injuries and broken bones. This at the bottom of a ravine. The Border Protection agent Rogelio Martinez passed away from his injuries. And this morning, what exactly happened is still a mystery. But sources close to this investigation are also telling ABC News that these two agents were responding to a sensor which detects human activity at the border. But they say there is so little evidence this morning, George, they cannot rule out the possibility that they fell into this ravine accidentally.
Many more questions to come, but the president and others calling this a brutal attack.
Yeah, that's right, George. In addition to the president and Texas Senator Ted Cruz, the governor here in Texas, Greg Abbott, he is describing this as a murder and is offering a $20,000 reward for information and an arrest and also a conviction in this case. George.
Marcus, thanks very much.
All right, thank you, George. And now to the $85 billion showdown between the Trump administration and AT&T. The Justice Department is sued to block the company's bid to take over Time Warner. And Rebecca Jarvis is here. And Rebecca, why is the Justice Department fighting this deal?
Good morning. Happy birthday, Michael. Well, the DOJ says that they're blocking this deal because it would mean higher monthly television bills and fewer options for consumers. They say the combination of AT&T, which owns satellite TV service DirecTV, the nation's largest distributor of traditional subscription television, with Time Warner, which owns networks like TBS, HBO, and CNN, could make rivals less competitive. But what's surprising about the DOJ blocking this merger is that historically, deals like this, where the companies are complementary but they don't overlap, get approved. Many in the U.S. have publicly spoken out against the deal, including President Trump, who was rallying against it on the campaign trail.
AT&T is buying Time Warner and thus CNN, a deal we will not approve in my administration because it's too much concentration of power in the hands of too few.
Now, the DOJ has denied any political influence, and their suit barely mentions CNN, but AT&T CEO hinted that he's not so sure. He insisted that his company would not part with CNN to secure approval for the deal. Any agreement forfeiting CNN directly or non-directly is a non-starter, he said.
The CEO, he's not backing down. He said he's willing to sue.
They expect to win. He is ready to sue.
All right, we'll keep our eye on that, yeah.
It does seem like there was some influence there.
Well, and that'll be a big part of the trial. If this goes to case, they're going to try to discover whether there was any contact between the White House and the Justice Department.
Because they're not supposed to have any say in this.
Right. All right, Rebecca, thank you. Now to that desperate search for that submarine that disappeared 6 days ago with 44 members on board. Lindsay Janice is in Argentina as rescue crews race against time. And Lindsay, the Navy now says what they thought were leads may have been false hope.
Good morning, Robin. That's right. An Argentine Navy rescue ship said that it detected sounds coming from under the water, and that raised hopes here at the port where the ARA San Juan is based. But the U.S. Navy helping determine that those sounds were not coming from the missing submarine. As you can see, it is finally a beautiful day today. We spoke with Naval Command. They say conditions out in the search area off the coast are much better today. Have a look at the treacherous conditions they've been dealing with for several days. 25-foot seas hampering this search. On board, 44 crew members, including Argentina's first ever female submarine officer, Eliana Maria Krawczyk. She says her dream is to become the nation's first submarine commander. The ARA San Juan has not been heard from in 6 days now. That's since it reported an electrical fault. The race is on to get to these submariners in case they are running out of oxygen. Robin?
Race against time. All right, Lindsay, thank you.
Sure is. Let's go back to Ginger. A lot of cold air moving across the country.
A serious holiday chill holding up right here in the Northern Plains. Minneapolis feels like 15 this morning, but as far south as Dalton, Georgia, it'll be cold. It'll feel sub-freezing in Nashville, 26 the wind chill tomorrow morning. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, the cold cities, brought to you by Burlington.
We always come to Burlington to buy our coats. And we also come to give them back, to help those in need. Can't beat the brands, the styles. And when we donate a coat at Burlington, we get 10% off our entire purchase. It makes buying coats here even more meaningful. Bring in your coats!
I recommend you all go in your closets, grab a coat, and let's make this the warmest season ever.
It's getting a little cold outside, so I wanted to remind everybody to go and donate a coat.
Donate your coats.
Make sure you donate your coats.
Thank you.
Go now to any Burlington store to donate a coat and join our coat drive.
Well, today will be the warmest day of the week as high temperatures climb to 60 degrees. It will be breezy with a lot of sunshine. While you're sleeping tonight, low temperatures in the 40s, and we will get some rain. Most of the rain, though, east of I-95, and it's out of here by the time your Wednesday morning gets started. Tomorrow, though, noticeably cooler. Our high 52. It'll be breezy both today and tomorrow. Look how chilly it'll be for Thanksgiving. 52 degrees for your Black Friday, and heading into the weekend, looking dry. 56 Saturday, much cooler and blustery come Sunday.
Coming up, the fallout growing over the sexual harassment scandal. Now, Ronan Farrow, who helped break the stories from Harvey Weinstein's accuser, he is here live with a new report.
And as millions prepare to fly, we're live inside a major airline social media hub. We'll be right back.
Honey, I think I heard something.
Okay.